the presenter is Sutapa Chattopadhyay. I'm sorry, possibly my pronunciation is very bad. And the title is the Sutapa from the Savitri Devi Memorial Trust, right? And the title is Motivation to Science Through Astronomy.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
please start.
Okay, sir. I am sharing my screen first.
Yeah, please.
Just a second. Is it visible, sir?
No, only your face.
Okay. Is it visible now?
No.
Okay. Sure. I'm sharing.
Yeah. The
Is it
system.
visible,
Okay,
sir?
okay, okay.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Namaskar. I am Sutapa Chattopadhyay from Savitri Devi Memorial Trust, School of Astronomy, India. I want to start my lecture with Nobel laureate poet Rabindranath Tagore's song in which he described the universe and our positions in the universe. আকাশ ভরা সূর্য তারা বিশ্ব ভরা প্রাণ তাহারি মাঝখানে আমি পেয়েছি মোর স্থান বিস্ময়ে তাই জাগে আমার গান আকাশ ভরা. My heart sings at the wonder of my place in this world of light and life, at the feel in my pulse of the rhythm of creation, cadenced by the swing of the endless time. Astronomy in Indian culture is inherited from a long period of time. In Indian epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata, there are a lot of astronomical concepts and applications. In ancient Indian astronomy, astronomy was the main knowledge system for the society. Indian children start their life with the stories and lullabies from there. In this paper, I want to concentrate on the motivation of astronomy. Just a second. A child wants to listen story. When he does not come to school, he hears stories from his parents and the elder persons in his home. In primary school curriculum, there are a few chapters consisting astronomical pictures, concepts, stories, etc. Students are very interested in these chapters. We give them practical inputs with small telescopes, star trackers, etc. They become more curious about science. We give them small models to visualize the concept. In primary syllabus. In the primary level syllabus, basics of observational astronomy and identification of astro objects are included. If teachers are trained properly, students will be motivated. So we are trying to train interested teachers. Sky watching camps are very interesting to the students. They start to question. These are some of the pictures of our workshops. We hosted 100 hours of astronomy event with IAU, hands-on activity for school students. Here in rural India, some schools are chosen where students participated in those workshops. They made some small astronomical instruments like pinhole cameras, etc. And not only that, they described those models to their fellow students. And they also answered all the questions satisfactorily. Postcard, posters and models. Nice colorful postcards having pictures of solar system constellations are very attractive to the students. They try to think, they start to dream, and at last they ask many questions. And when they question us, we become astonished to see the expansion of their thoughts. We define science as the good questioning process. Astronomy helps us to create this scientific consciousness among the students. By seeing the postcards, they place themselves in those pictures and they dream of becoming astronomer in the future. These are some of the posters in Bengali language. They prepared these posters of the pole star and the great bear, and they identified each and every stars in the picture. They explained the cause of the full moon and new moon. Not only that, they draw the exact position of sun, the earth and the moon in these posters, and they try to explain in their own way. When a primary student goes to higher level, he inherits scientific awareness from his previous classes. Now he wants to observe his classes scientifically. They try to get practical classes for understanding. Practical classes make our school as motivating platform where astronomy takes a major part to make a student's mind towards science. In high school syllabus, there is a twofold problem. One, the teachers. To a teacher, his school is a laboratory. He can do experiments with his students and also by observing astronomical events, etc. Number two, students. To students, teachers are their research guide. They seek individual care. And if we care them properly, one day they can become astronomer too. That I think. A learner-centered program. To encourage students to adequately research independently outside of the classroom, a learner-centered program can be used. The principle is based on problem solving and student-centered instruction. Astronomy is the tool to implement this principle. In this paradigm, astronomy included practical classes with scientific approach is fruitful to reach this goal. Students are very active in this program. The learner-centered program design to explore a topic using prior experience of sky watching. They are watching the sky from very childhood when they had no knowledge of astronomy practically, but through different stories, as I told earlier, they heard many more things about astronomy. They watched the night sky and without knowing anything about astronomy, the observation helped them to gain some knowledge. Ensure the students record his or her investigation process. Role of guardian is very important. When a student watches the sky, uh, he watches it minutely. And if we notice, we can see that when he describes it, he can describe it vividly. He can see it more vividly than us. Ensure the outcomes of the research. Investigate with photography or drawing like phases of the moon. In this portion, it is also noticed that students can describe those events very clearly, and when they mix their own thought in these pictures, in this drawing, it's more visible. Stimulate self-directed activity and reasoning. Locate and utilize information from a variety of sources. Integrate, evaluate, and apply the information research. Our night sky. The wonders of the night sky and the vastness of the universe has stirred human thought and imagination since time immemorial. It still does so. In West Bengal, amateur associations play a very big role in shaping human mind, thoughts, scientific consciousness, and awareness, like us. SDMT in Savitri Devi Memorial Trust, we work under the banner of Savitri Devi Memorial Trust, which is working from 2009, the year of astronomy. Our aim is to make an astronomical culture which is not present in schools and society. Exhibit astronomical activities, we try to motivate students of backward communities for science. We arrange popular lectures for public, for school teachers and students. We want to make contribution to societies with astronomy. And again, this is the pictures of our some popular lectures where local people, common people and public, they gathered, and this was one of the popular lecture on the life and works of Stephen W. Hawking. And this is the classroom where small students are drawing their experiences which they have seen. And lastly, there is again a popular lecture on the life and works of Stephen W. Hawking in a district central library. We arrange sky watching through small telescopes, workshops and exhibitions to motivate students in science. We like to convince guardians to send their daughters in our sky watching camps. We plan to arrange workshops for girls only. We are now engaged to develop 6-module courses on basic astronomy, which will motivate students of primary class to higher classes for astronomy. In these pictures, we can see a low cost and movable and permanent exhibition we have created with all the leading newspaper cuttings on Stephen W. Hawking, not only English newspapers but also local regional language newspapers, Bangla newspapers, and we have created a collage which can draw attraction of common people as well as students. They became very much interested in these, and they came to know about various aspects of the famous scientist's life. In the next picture, we can see one of our teacher of STMT explaining the map of the moon to the interested students. This was held in Aurobindo Shiksha Kendra, and the girl students are very much interested in it. We regularly arrange. Yes.
You have 5 minutes more.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. So these types of workshops we arranged regularly. I want to conclude at the last portion of my lecture with another Rabindra Sangeet songs written by great poet Rabindranath Tagore. আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয় এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয় আমার মুক্তি ধুলায় ধুলায় ঘাসে ঘাসে এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয় দেহ মনের সুদূর পারে হারিয়ে ফেলি আপনারে গানের সুরে আমার মুক্তি ঊর্ধ্বে ভাসে এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয় আমার মুক্তি সর্বজনের মনের মাঝে দুঃখ বিপদ তুচ্ছ করা কঠিন কাজে বিশ্বধাতার যজ্ঞশালা আত্মহোমের বহ্নি জ্বালা জীবন যেন দিয়াহুতি মুক্তি আসে এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয় এই আকাশে আমার মুক্তি আলোয় আলোয়। Thank you. Wish a clear sky to all. Wish you all good health.
Thank you very much. So now I have one question from the Kok Chan Chien. So how often do you bring the students out for stars moon observation? Do this apply to students in all the levels?
Yes, we try to involve as many students as possible and from different level, from elementary level to students of 9th grade, because after that they enter to the field of board examinations and become very much busy, so cannot afford those classes practically. So our target is from elementary level to 9th grade. And how often? Yes, we try to organize those night sky viewing once in a month, and especially when a special event occurs, like the annular solar eclipse recently we viewed in India. Then we observed it, and we observed it at our home, and tried to we have supplied those pictures and explain those pictures to our students and send them to in their WhatsApp numbers. As you know, in rural India they do not have the always have the Wi-Fi connectivity and more, so little internet that they can afford, we have shared those pictures in WhatsApp and explained those pictures to them, and told about those events and alike events, and all of them are very cooperative and they want to know much more about this. So we are continuing our efforts in this lockdown period too.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, time is out. So I take my chair to the Rosa Doran. So please take your chair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you, Toshihiro, for the good sharing. Applause for all the speakers. I mean, These are all being so amazing to all the speakers this morning so far. It's really amazing. So I have to ask you please to stop sharing your screen. Thank you very much for delighting us with your presentation. In your music was superb, really superb. So I have the pleasure